old CTR here. Well, apparently I've lost a video clip, so I'm going to have to do this a little different than normal, but this Blazer, we've LS swapped it. I pulled the original motor out, and we're kind of going to give you a beginning to end on this thing. Might be a little long. We're going to cut it in sections so you guys can skip through it. I don't know if we'll put some chapters in it or what, but when we put this thing together, it ran fine. It had the original 350 in it, and the old gas was rotten, and man, it just wouldn't hardly run on it at all till we got some extra gas thrown in it and kind of got it thinned down with some good gas. And it started making a noise in the engine, and the fuel pump diaphragm had punctured, and it flooded the crankcase with about a gallon of that old rotten varnished up fuel, and I didn't know it. And so we sat here and let it run quite a while. I mean, you know, 30-40 minutes at a time, trying to get it to, you know, burn that nasty stuff out. And apparently it had already trying to bind up a wrist pin, and so it got a little noise in it, and it cracked a piston skirt, and eventually I think it beat on that rod bearing a little bit too, right there by the, I think it was number 2 cylinder that was eat up on it. It might have been number 1, but anyway, I got tired of messing with it, couldn't figure out the noise, and it just come and go randomly, so I just LS swapped it. And I needed to put in a double drilled flywheel, the flex plate for it, so it'd mount up to the 350 turbo. I also needed to put in the sleeve for the converter snout adapter, because the LS crankshaft is different diameter and different depth for that to set in there to center up the converter. So there's an adapter sleeve you can buy, they're pretty cheap. So I got one of those and a double drilled flex plate, put it in. And we went to wiring on it. We put a new, I believe it's a Borg Warner, but don't remember. Anyway, we put an inline electric fuel pump on it and ran new fuel lines all the way from the tank up. And it still had a little rotten fuel issues going on. We about burned all that out. I've cleaned the injectors 2 or 3 times, like always. It's always a pain. Everything could be perfect, and you set the motor out of one and into another one, you're cleaning the injectors. It just, every time. But I think I threw a couple of spark plugs in it. You know, they get damaged sometime banging around trying to get the exhaust manifolds back on them. But anyway, a couple of those little bugs and issues we worked out, and it's running a whole heap better. And it's been driven like, well, sure, less than 10 miles, and I think probably less than 4 since I've LS swapped it. But anyway, don't get down if you're doing one of these crossover projects. You're going to go fight some bugs like that. But it sits there and runs, holds good oil pressure, doesn't get hot. It's no big deal, man. Just, I'll probably cover, they make adapters now. I used to just knock the top off the oil cinder for the LS truck, and then drill a hole through it and tap it for 1/8 inch NPT, and then I can screw the factory gauge cinder right back in it for a 78 Chevy or whatever, because they're all 1/8 inch NPT instead of a metric thread. I think they make that adapter now, but I just make them. It's pretty fast for me, and I don't live out in a big city where there's a Jegs or something handy. But don't be afraid of these things. They're pretty easy, self-explanatory. There's lots of information out there on them. We used Dirty Dingo engine mounts back to the factory motor mounts for a 78 Chevy. They're adjustable. They fit a lot of different vehicles, but yeah, we just put it right back in the hole. I did take the exhaust flanges off the manifolds and cut them and clock them and laid them in just a little bit so they clear the frame rail a little better. They will fit, but it's really tight. So it's just easier for me to cut them off. They're cast steel, they weld good, they're strong, no big deal. But anyway, we're gonna get back to this video, and I may chime in a couple places here and there, but We're going to try and get you caught up. We've been a scattered mess. I've just been strung out working on too many projects at one time as the parts come in, or the circumstance allows me to work on that one that day. But I hope you enjoy this. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Pass these videos around, and we'll see you on the flip side, man. CTR, I'm out.
Nope, she's all yours. All right, now.
Oh yeah, it's for covering mud daubers. We've got mud daubers. Door corners, I could repair that. The bottoms of the doors are good. They're still got paint on them. This thing's in really, really good shape. Especially for being a Blazer. Ain't none of this good shape. It's a candidate for the hood and two front fenders and a little patchwork. And an LS.
LS swap the world.
Power windows and locks, tilt air, cruise control, 350 combo, full-time 4-wheel drive, rally wheels, two-tone paint, high and low speed wipers with the squirters on them, chromium plated bumpers, high-end, Cheyenne and Bonanza badged. Rare. notice the license plate says 2004 expiration date? Bet it'll start up and run. The old fuel smells horribly bad. Horrible bad. Stinks.
Does it smell burnt?
It smells very burnt. You see anything wrong with that carbonator unit?
Well, besides all the mud daubers.
We'll put a little bit of squirt them down its throat. And wash some of the shit out from around it. See what I mean? Sure that's helpful. Sucking through a valve. Old rotten fuel, they don't like that at all. Oil pressure's where it ought to be. It'll run on up there to 35 pounds, but I know it needs changed. It's pretty gas smelly. I've got an oil change for it. We'll let it warm up a little bit and we'll dump the oil out. Factory FM AM radio. GM Delco special order. Tags in the glove box along with the owner's manual and all that shit. Go get them a shot in the glove box there. Last inspection 2012 we got inspected, but it never got licensed. RMC trim 51578, part number 140-07590. I assume that's the double badges it's got for Cheyenne and Bonanza. Special order rig. There's your VIN tag. This thing's original. Probably use a good clean. Alright, old CTR here. Bolting some shit back together once again. We didn't like that ugly fender, so we put this here and fresh used it on here. Pay no attention to the scratches, dings, rust, holes, or none of that. Shiny and it looks good. Actually, it was an almost new fender. They took off another truck. They had a pair of them. They put some different fenders on it. I think they put a fiberglass front end on it for the drag strip, but that's what we're doing today. Easy. Oh, still hungry.
Something back yonder ways. Looks to be.
Where?
Like toward, I don't know where all the bolts are, but like toward you, it looks like where it's not pivoting.
Now close the door. Just too much dirt and shit on there. Oh, it's stuck to that rubber. Stuck to this rubber.
Are we doing this over here or over there?
I'll take it over there. Now we go strip the fender. Where that one goes.
We both get there from the same sorrow. If we both know we'll be together tomorrow, I can be like a tree.
Some shit off of it. It looked pretty good, won't it?
Same old roots that I can bend.
Mostly.
Looks real good.
Understand and sway together.
Dude paint does draw dirt though.
Oh, it's just
All
a
the
damn
dust.
dirt magnet. Keep it just a hood a little bit still.
Now it's almost like a dance,
Maybe not.
rendering of stubbornness, and it just cuts us deeper through. The longer I'm away from you, yeah, we fight good, we make love better if we both know we'll be together forever. I can be like the tree in the wind, same old roots, but I can bend, learning to understand and sway together. Nothing worth having comes easy, baby. Nothing worth having comes easy, baby. Nothing worth having comes easy, baby. Yeah, we
Now, probably everybody else knows what Neverdoll is. But what does it clean? Oh,
Well, it cleans all metal polish.
okay. And it's like cotton chunks.
Yeah, it's got some kind of product in it. It's greasy feeling. See?
Like the trees in the wind, sometimes the weekend, learning to understand and sway together.
Wow.
Till the end.
Look at that loveliness. Dry towel.
My lord.
Never dull. Have at it, boy. Don't get it on the paint if you can help it. It's hard. It makes it a dirt magnet. We threw some new paint on the metal. I don't think I fixed a ding, did I? Not one dent.
Nope.
Painted the dents too. Earl Chive, $99.95. No, too good a rig not to just. I didn't feel like, you know, pursuing this. We got 55 Chevys sitting everywhere. They fit into my stock. I got this thing in a horse trade. I just wanted to get it back up and protected. It's LS swapped. It'll make somebody a nice rig. They can drive it a few years, and if they want to make it brand new again, they can go spend that kind of money on it. But it's protected, and I've extended its life a lot. It's going back into circulation because it's been sitting since '04. I mean '04. That is a long time. And it was still running on the gas that was in it, but it didn't run very good at all. We still maybe got a little bit of that old nasty in there. And I don't know how many hours it sat out here and run, just trying to burn it out.
Oh.
Put more gas in it.
48.
I bet it's ran.
72.
I bet it's ran 4 or 5 days anyway. My old CTR here. Well, we've been backing stuff around and moving and cleaning and trying to bolt back together. And well, I thought you might like to see a pretty picture of something that's cool.
Look at that. Probably got the old identity car sitting there and running. Got the Blazer.
I hope it makes it plumb back to Piedmont.